Now let's look at a feature of paint strokes that's easy to dismiss but can be really useful in certain circumstances. Let's say that I have some text like this and I would like to create a write-on effect. Now one way that you could do it would be to methodically create a roto shape that you animated over this to reveal it or write it on. But another strategy you could use is to create a paint stroke that followed this and then use its stroke control to cause it to reveal. So let's wire that up. I created this paint stroke in advance because it was slow and tedious and you didn't want to watch that. But following the text, and this right on end defines where along the curve the end of the paint stroke will be. I use pressure sensitivity on the tablet as well because then I could create a thick and thinner line as necessary. The lifetime is set to all so that this paint stroke will repeat on every frame. Rather than using over here, we'll use a key mix. And we'll use our RotoPaint as our mask input. So we'll view it there. And if we view it at the key mix and do the right on, we can see it's revealing the text as we go on. Now this isn't quite the result we want because we want the combination of these two mats. So let's fix up our mat so that we get that. Right now we have a mat coming out of here. Really what we want is the minimum of these two, of this and of our text. So we'll take that. And now we have a mat that is doing approximately what we actually want. Adjust the paint stroke, which you can actually do. This shape is like any other shape. It even has keyframes, so let's delete that second keyframe. So now the shape is doing what we want. And rather than key mix on this text, let's just create another constant, solid white, that we reveal because we have a proper mat. So now we can key mix A over. And as we animate our RotoPaint stroke, it will reveal the text. I'm going to hide overlays by hitting Q. So if we wanted to hit create keyframes for this, we would go to the start when we wanted the text to start writing on. Right click, set key. And then I don't know how long we want. Let's say we want this to write on over about 3 seconds. Drag the slider and it will auto key. And we'll run this out. And this is all done just by animating the end position of the paint stroke, procedurally generating a write-on effect. So that's a quick little trick that you could use to create a procedural mat to do something like this. There's other things you can use it for as well. I mentioned there's ways that we can procedurally drive clones, and you've experimented with that a bit already yourself using corner pins and reversing out things, but let's look at an example where we use a clone to do a similar paint out to what we did with the Roto node.